My name's Linda McCulloch. The hartebeest just launched itself at me. We are in North Limpopo. The farm itself is 2,200 hectares. I've been here about 6 years. That weekend I was here on the farm alone, so I decided to wash my vehicle around the back. We never get the game coming into the lodge itself. There's no reason for it. Suddenly, a red hartebeest decided to pop its little head up at the far side of the truck.
Wilde diere kom nie regtig in naby mense nie. Hulle hou nie daarvan om naby geboue te kom nie. So die feit dat die rooi hartebeest binne in die lodge ingekom het alreeds wys vir ons moontlik hierso is 'n atipiese gedrag van hierdie hartebeest.
We have got red hartebeests on the farm. I don't think there's a vast number. I think off the top of my head there was about 18, 20 on the last count that we had.
In terme van die sosiale gedrag van rooi hartebeeste is daar 'n soort van twee tropformasies. Aan die een kant het mens die haremtrop en aan die ander kant die ramtrop. Beide rooi hartebeeste oeye en bulle het horings, alhoewel die bulle se horings heelwat dikker en swaarder is. En hulle beklei met die horings, hulle kap met die horings teen mekaar. Uit die aard van die saak is die konflik nie bedoel werklik om die ander dier dood te maak of regtig seer te maak nie, maar om dominansie te bevestig.
It's very, very rare that we actually do see the red hartebeest, but you do see an abundance of all the other game. So it wasn't chased, it didn't look like it was getting threatened by anything.
Hulle kan ten prooi val, wilde honde, leeu's uit die aard van die saak. Gewoonlik sal rooi hartebeeste weghardloop van die gevaar af. Indien daar 'n konfliksituasie is, dan sal hulle horings gebruik om hulle self te probeer beveilig. Onder toestande van 'n erge droogte kan dit definitief gebeur dat wilde diere binne sulke areas soos 'n lodge inkom om te kom wei of om te kom drink, maar in hierdie situasie lyk dit vir my as dit definitief nie die geval was nie.
To start with, I was super excited to actually see the hartebeest, and the first thing I did, I rang my friend up, Roxy, and said, "Guess what's here?" And she says, "Oh, what?" I says, "A red hartebeest is smiling at me."
Daar's 'n klomp simptome van 'n hondstoldier. So hulle loop na geboue toe, hulle loop na mense toe. En dit mag miskien dalk die verskynsel verklaar hoekom die rooi hartebeest binne in die lodge ingestap het na waar Linda besig was om die kar te was.
As I was speaking to Roxy on the phone, the dog must have heard my voice and she came round the corner, and the hartebeest, from being totally placid and from a standstill, hot-footed it after the dog. So my first instinct, being an animal lover, was to get the dog out of the way, which I did, and put the dog into the bedroom. In which case then I picked up my camera and tried to get some shots of the hartebeest. It was stood the far side of the truck. I was still on the phone to Roxy, she heard it all, and it just so to happen so fast. Whether it was the click of the camera that set it off, I don't know.
Die rol van die hond is heel moontlik baie belangrik. Dit is sodat die stres bygedra het definitief tot die hele situasie. Ek dink nie Linda kon regtig baie anders opgetree het nie, behalwe om miskien toe sy die foto geneem het, meer bewus te gewees het van waar presies die hartebeest is. Hy het op haar afgestorm, miskien toe haar aandag nie heeltemal was by hom nie.
It all happened so fast, the hartebeest just launched itself at me. I think I got launched about 3 times.
So hierdie is gedrag wat werklik nie normaal is vir 'n rooi hartebeest nie. Uit die aard van die saak lyk dit of die dier gestres was. Maar heel moontlik was hierdie hartebeest siek geweest. Die blote feit dat die rooi hartebeest binne in die lodge area ingekom het, is atipies, wys reeds vir ons daarop dat dit heel moontlik 'n hondstolheid kon gewees het. Daar's heelwat simptome van 'n hondstoldier. Byvoorbeeld die dier kan kwyl en daar's heelwat navorsing al gedoen wat wys dat diere word aggressief as hulle hondstol is.
Basically its head just tossed me. I think it went 1, 2 and sort of 3, and the third one was sort of going its head down and sort of lifting me up. So it got me here on my ribs, cracked my ribs and gave me a small puncture wound. It bruised me all up the arm, and then I think the third time it hit me, I think I was sat basically on the ground trying to lift myself up backwards, and it got me on the leg, on the left knee, and it sort of pushed me backwards, and that was when I was able to get away, calm myself down a little bit and told, rang someone to say what had happened. My whole body was shaking, I was angry. How dare this red hartebeest come into the grounds of the lodge and do this attack? And the hartebeest, it started drinking from the water and acting a bit strange and looking at its side and what have you. And then it went to attack the quad bikes. So I picked up some pots and pans, thrown it at the hartebeest to try and make some noise to distract it from damaging those even further. It did have one good horn and one broken, damaged horn. And I think in hindsight, that actually saved me quite a bit, because as it hit me, I think what it did was tossed its head one way, which would have got me on this side where I had the puncture wound. And then I think when it went like that with its head, that's when it got me on the arm, which would have been the broken horn.
Hondsdolheid is een van die oudste siektes bekend aan die mens en word aangetref in die speeksel van diere. Dit word veroorsaak deur die virus, die Lassa virus. So dis potensieel heel moontlik dat 'n geïnfekteerde hond wel die rooi hartebeest kon gebyt het. So wat dit aanbetref, sou dit moontlik kon wees dat rooi hartebeest op hierdie manier wel die siekte kon opdoen.
It was mixed emotions. It was obviously a danger to other people. Unfortunately, it had to be shot.
Maar enige wilde dier moet ou respek hê, jy moenie te naby aan hom kom nie. Potensieel kan hy dalk 'n besering hê, miskien 'n stryk om die nek of 'n stryk om die poot wat jy nie kan sien nie. So die beste is om 'n veilige afstand te hou van alle wilde diere en om alle wilde diere met daai respek te hanteer.
But no, I've always been wary and respectful of the wildlife. Like I said, it is their territory. I still go out in the bush a lot. I go walking, cycling. It was just a total random accident. But wildlife is wildlife.